Use your arrows to browse. Aaron Rodgers needs to get some help if he wants to reach another Super Bowl in 2019. Fortunately for the Hall of Fame quarterback, the Packers enter April's draft with a wealth of ammunition. It'll be very interesting to see how GM Brian Gutekunst chooses to use all of the picks at his disposal. Remember, Green Bay heads into the draft with 2 first-rounders as a result of their deal with the Saints last year. The Packers also possess 2 selections in rounds 4 and 6. In other words, Gutekunst has enough picks to control the draft. He can move up and down at will if he sees a player he wants to snap up. It's very likely the Packers are going to make a trade or two during the draft, but we aren't going to attempt to predict those moves at this early date. Instead, we're going to give you the picks Green Bay could and should make if they elect to stand pat. The team has a lot of holes to fill, but they've got the draft capital to fully reload. The number 1 priority for the Packers heading into this draft is to assemble a talented group of pass rushers. It's probably going to require more than 1 pick to make that happen. It only makes sense that Gutekunst would use his first selection to begin to address his greatest need. Ferrell isn't the sexiest edge rusher in this draft class, but he's a solid bet to be an above-average player for a long time. The Packers can gamble more on upside later. The name of the game in round 1 is making sure you don't draft a flop. Ferrell is a player who's going to start right away and stay on the field for both pass and run downs. Drafting an immediate starter with the number 12 selection would be a great start to the Packers draft. Round 1 Jonathan Abram, miss. Scouts are pretty split on Abram's ability to make an impact at the next level. Evaluators who see him as a first-round selection love his physicality and toughness. Detractors don't think he's a good enough pass defender to justify such a high ranking. Clearly, we fall into the former camp. Abram pops out on film with his ability to play with big-time force in the SEC. That's something the Packers could really use in their secondary. They've got some talented coverage guys, but no one back there can lay the wood. Abram is another pick who would start for Green Bay immediately. Next, round 2 Riley Ridley. Use your arrows to browse.